Part 4. The Palace. Don't get too excited. That's probably the most exciting you're probably going to get in the game. That was a little awkward, to say the least. Animation was fluid, though. I'll give it that. So, we're at the palace, huh? There's the king's face. We'll definitely give him... I hope we find this king, whoever he is. Give a piece of our mind. Maybe he actually maybe he's actually hanging on to the Swan for us. If we get his, if we get his guards to help out, everything. Booyah! There we go. King, we get the Swan. Monroe's quest will be finally fulfilled, and hopefully that we can go back to the orphanage and basically sleep out our rest of our days in the orphanage, and hopefully that someone can adopt us. That'd be awesome right now, the way. And unfortunately, I think Luigi had to go work at the Mushroom Mart. Unfortunately, he was just here a moment ago, but he had to leave. Unfortunately, he had to work at the Mushroom Mart. He has to work his 8-night. I know. He had to. This is Monroe had to take over. Monroe has to take over in his mundane life. Of all of his creations, his greatest was himself. He's a self-proclaimed person, don't you know? Well, this king was already a hateful... I'll just call. Let's see here. King, why is the king infatuated with himself? I know he likes his likeness and everything, but almost everyone in his older kingdom basically complained about his rule, and he thinks he's still the greatest person in the world? Man, I tell you.
Unlike his nicely trimmed hedge maze, the vines refused to stay where the king wanted them. He ordered his subjects to pull up every vine they saw. But the people were getting tired of the king's endless decrees, so they secretly began watering the vines whenever the king wasn't looking.
So what, does the king don't really like plants? I get that understanding that weeds are a problem, but man, you need air. And plants make air. Why would you not like it? Why would you not do that? Oh, the rocket ship. Wait, the rockets can make plants fly? Oh. Oh! Well, I hope that's the king's place. Oh, I will tell Ink Knight on Twitch. I will tell Luigi all about it. He's been invited. Thank you. Let's see here. Where we go next? Again, for those watching on YouTube, I'm streaming this live as usual. So, again, you should follow me on Twitch. That way you can follow me and see this in games all in real time, There's a pipe over there. Definitely get it soon. Oh boy. Yeah, the gate's okay. So open up the gate. Yeah. Okay, the gate won't open. Okay, we're gonna have to get inside the palace another way then, huh? Let's see what we get here. Climb up this way. Yeah. There we go. And we go. And up and down and all around. Get this place covered in green. At least the plants actually help out. Well, apparently the king didn't like shadows very much in his own palace, apparently, because there's no shadows in here at all. I mean, goodness. But just look at all this stuff. Can't even see what's being grown here or what's being built in here. Can't even see anything. There's no shadows whatsoever. It doesn't help that this water paint rubs off really, really fast. Alright, what are we doing here? We're getting through this. One way or the other. There's the Swan. Swan indicator. That must be our way out. Well, I'm gonna paint. There's like a hole here. If I can get the plants to go through here, then maybe we can do something about that. Plant everything. Get the plants outdoors. They can't stay inside the room for too long. The Swan was walking up this wall. Well, I guess we have to grow our ladder. Growing the ladder again. Let's go. Do 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 do. Whoa! 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 That was close. Now where are we at? I heard the Swan. Where is this Swan at? I want to see this Swan, and I want to capture him and put him back in the paint. Oh, there's a Swan! Eh! Eh! No, Swan! Ah, curses. And Monroe, unfortunately, could not get the Swan in time again. Has basically become more frustrated as the story progresses. So, let's see what we got here. Alright, we're gonna have to crab a huge wall around us now, won't we? Come on, plants. Grow me a ladder. Grow me a ladder. Today. That'll work. I have to grab... Growing your own ladders, Monroe. Yes. This is a... Man, I'll tell you, whatever Monroe is carrying on this, I'm actually just walking... I wonder if it's actually... This wall is actually just programmed to be climbable and you don't really need the plants. I wonder if that's a tactic. You know, that wouldn't be a... You know, I would say that'd be a cost-saving measure, but that kind of feels like it'd be kind of a designer's oversight if that's the case. Let's up this way. Ooh, ah. Aha! No, the plants! They're stuck on that side. I'm going to have to leave the plants behind. Maybe we'll meet up with the plants later. We'll see. The birds! Part 5. The Seawall. We made it to the edge of the kingdom. Nice! The city's not so big after all. Or maybe it is. Oh no. Oh! Okay, we are definitely not jumping in the water anytime soon. Man, you want to be eaten up by sharks? Sharks infesting the water? Man, the king's a murderer if he's then pouring, you know, sharks and everything into the system and everything. Goodness me! Let's see, what's in this telescope here? The statue. That must be where the king is. Infatuated with all those paintings, there's an old man in there. And the hippopotamus. That must be where the king's located. King is over there. But who cares about a king? I'm caring about a swan. I just want to get the swan back. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. I want the swan back. I want the swan put back in a painting, and then I can move on with my orphanage-free life. Alright. At least in this world, fall damage is not a thing. Ladder. There's something I can climb here. There are plants or something I can grab? Aha! The plants we saw earlier that we cooked through the palace. Yes, yes. Come on, my growable ladder. You will come with me. Through the side walls and everything else. Do 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 do. Climb the ladder. All right, let's grab this cursed branches. At least Monroe has some amazing upper body strength. Like, he's only like a 10-year-old kid, and he's able to do this naturally. We need to cross here, and so we can get our ladder on the opposite side here. Well, the king really built his kingdom really, really fast, if this is the case. A lot of this steel work and gold work. Man, he put gold inside of his bridge work. That tells you a person who's got plenty of everything in his life. Yeah. I need to get across somewhere else, though. This awning won't hold me up forever. Get these plants growing. I need to climb that bridge. There's a balloon over there. I want to get the balloon. At least mostly the balloons, anyway. I'm gonna climb up here. At least now climbing from wall to overhang is actually pretty seamless, all things considered. Oh, Monroe, don't look down. Don't look down, Monroe. Nope. There's sharks everywhere in shark-infested waters. How does the king fare with this? Well, he is next to a seaside after all. But even still, it'd be, what? Inches of water? It wouldn't be that deep. Also, the fact that it most likely be covered with, you know, the people's waste products and everything. And that would be kind of bad. I want to say we... Hold on! Okay. Heard the swan. I heard the swan! I'll definitely get that swan eventually. Monroe was figuring out how anger works in this world. He was getting more frustrated by the day's end, that he had not obtained that swan very much at all.
The vines were slowly burying the king and his city. No matter what he tried, the king couldn't stop them. So he decided to create something that could. He mixed in paint thinner, malice, and snot, and soon had the outlines of a pretty horrible creature. But it wasn't until the thing began to coil its tentacles and snap its jaws that the king understood what he had made. And for the first time in his life, the king was afraid.
Oh. Well, that's your first problem, King. That's your first problem. You basically... Oh, I'd hate the snakes. So what am I gonna do? You put mongooses in. And then now you have a mongoose problem. What else are you gonna do from there? Nothing. Walk up here. Man, I'll tell you, Monroe has got some amazing upper body strength. He's like a 10-year-old kid and he's able to do this stuff. Hit that balloon. Can't reach it. Can't reach it. Hello. See, the swan got over there. I have nothing to do. No weapons, no nothing, no nothing. Monroe saw a fire hose and decided to pick it up. Monroe used the fire hose and got balloons out of the woodwork. So yeah, we now have this new tool, the fire hose, which basically increases his length of fire rate for this paintball thing he's got here. Now, this is something you can't unlock through the toys using all the balloons you've collected, but it's amazing a lot of them. So if you want an easy mode of the game, as much easy as it already is, or make just more fun of it, use this. You get your balloons, unlock this toy, and you could use this ability everywhere. But I think it's a nice, amazing feature, actually. It's kind of cool just to see how fast the plants can grow. Also, this is also a nice way to clean off your car. If Monroe had a car, he'd be using this to clean it. Hope he didn't want that pot anytime soon, because that pot is gone. It's almost like an infinite amount of range for this thing, too. So, like, yeah, this thing grows really, this ink thing works really fast. Oh man, we're actually really close to the bell tower at this point. Soon, Monroe will finally get into that airship and finally capture that cursed swan and put it back in the painting again. So let's see if we get through here. And this is technically, at this point, folks, we're already at the halfway point of the game. Yeah, this is, at the end of this chapter, is the halfway point of the game. Yeah, this game is not very long, all things considered. Most likely be able to beat this game in all in one swoop tonight, so bear that in mind. We might be here for the long haul, but just to complete the game entirely. Because there are sometimes I really don't like is really short sessions, so like if we're like right up to the end of the game, I usually go for longer sessions, folks. That's why I do. Now if I could just get most of that plant work to go over here, I can now climb on this wall. Come on! I need to get to that swan before I go. Man, can I just use this on the swan, make it completely soaked and wet, and then hopefully able to just, you know, grab the swan now That'd be sick. I would love that. That'd be awesome. Give me all that here. Now I gotta put this thing down. There we go. The fire hose is done. The fire hose is done. We're not seeing that for the rest of the game. Again, this game introduces some small, unique concepts, but doesn't really dwell on them very long. In fact, I think it's only like every chapter there's always something new to try. Can I get around here somewhere? Get up here. Climb this bad boy like so. Yeah. Oh, don't make Monroe. You're not falling off this. Oh boy. You're not falling through? There must be something I missed. Did I not grow enough of the plants? Or am I not supposed to be up here? Probably not supposed to be up here. Drop down. Pretty sure just to be able to walk through this door. You know, first, better? Walk inside the building. That'll work better for us. That'll work better. Far away, get away, far away from those deadly creatures down in the water. I'm fine. We'll just keep growing the plants, we might as well keep moving these plants forward. This thing is our main ability for the rest of the game, or at least up to this end of this chapter. Oh. The bell tower, huh? The bell tower. Everything. We're finally here. I don't know why I'm getting so many stuttering, though.
Finished, the creature had no trouble swallowing up all the king's soldiers, half his zoo, and 3 peppermint gazebos. It was only with the help of his pet hippo and the giant that the king was able to force it into the sea. And though the water remained black for years after, the creature was never seen again on shore.
Oh. Well, you did destroy the creature using that giant that's always sleeping. Maybe that's why the creature never comes back. He sees the giant and doesn't want to mess with it. But that king, that was your fault. That was your fault. I didn't even see that until I actually hit it by accident by moving all these this plant overcross here. Oh, that's the wrong way. Door open. Open up the door. Oh no. Well, that's something. That's something to measure, I guess. Go this enough so Monroe can grab it. Nope. Man, Monroe's got. I'll tell you something. Monroe's got excellent upper body strength. All right. Well, I think we're at the top of the bell tower. I think we just need to get ourselves up that window. I think. I mean, this is. I know most of these games, most of these walking simulators have only one basic gimmick, technically. And I think this game does it pretty darn well for what it's trying to do. And this is games that are like, like Journey and Flower or something, where basically it's one gameplay aesthetic and they do it for the entirety of the game. And again, this is an indie developed game, so technically I'm pretty okay if games are short, if they have a unique style of their own.
Within a short time, the king's subjects had all moved away, except the giant, who was quite loyal and also very lazy.
Well, you drew well, king, you found the giant that was very lazy to begin with. That was your own fault. At least you took care of that wicked creature. Alright, now I gotta get that swan. No! Curse you, swan! Get back here! Oh, curses. I swing this bar at you.
Monroe waved goodbye to the giant and set sail. But no matter how fast he went, the swan was always just out of reach. And not for the first time that day, Monroe suspected he was being led somewhere. Then they flew into a cloud, and everything went black.